Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I will be doing a part 2 of my sunflower harvesting later today. So you can look forward to that. I just wanted to talk about some thoughts I'm having. I have been deeply invested into all this talk about the hurricanes. Mostly, I just pulled on my heartstrings a lot because I lived in Asheville and I still have some family there. Now, fun fact, when my family came to the United States, it wasn't the United States. It was like in the early 1700s. They came to North Carolina. So, my grandpa Moses fought a battle there in the Revolutionary War, the Battle of Guilford Courthouse, if you ever want to look that up. Pretty interesting battle. I have a lot of like family and friends there, and my son in particular has a lot of family there because that's where he was born. So now something about me, if you ever watch my channel, I talk a lot about my bipolar disorder. Now, I have been diagnosed with paranoia many times. I've gone to the hospital because of my paranoia. Like, I get really paranoid. So, I don't always know if, like, what I'm thinking is paranoia or if it's legit. And so when I first started talking to my husband about the response to Hurricane Helene, he kept saying every time I would come to him, my stories would get more and more bizarre. And then finally yesterday, I was like, dude, everybody is saying this stuff. The fact that regular, everyday people are talking about this and saying things and coming together, I think says a lot. And it makes me quite proud of my people. Um, I'm just gonna say it, man. It's like I've been bouncing between the left and the right. And like disasters and hurricanes and stuff shouldn't be political. But due to the response of our government, it's definitely political. Like Joe Biden going to look at the damage and forgetting about it later in the day. Look that up. He's like, what storm are we talking about? Oh, the storm zone. I mean, he sounds like an old, senile old man, like a grandpa. Not cool. Okay? Um, and I'm not happy with Kamala. She was off eating fancy food and worried more about her campaign. It's like she was oblivious. And now, okay, I'm not like an expert in history, but okay, one of the czars in Russia, the one that was like Anastasia's dad, there was this story like when he was elected, they had this like crowd of people. He was like going to this party and the people like swarmed him and got trampled and died, and he was completely oblivious to it, and him and his wife went on to like celebrate this party, and they were just like covered in wealth. They got criticized for that, and there's a little bit of a similarity there to that instance in our current administration. Okay? The people of North Carolina, in my experience, up there in the mountains of Asheville, are good, God-fearing people. They always treated me like family. I never missed a Thanksgiving. I went there all alone. I had a job in a restaurant, and like I had moved back home, and the manager there said if I came back they'd give me a job. So I went down there with $30 in my pocket on a Greyhound bus, and my mom fronted me the money for this double wide trailer that I rented, and I worked at that restaurant, and the owners of the restaurant treated me like family. It was just like a nice experience. And, you know, I had a falling out with my baby daddy, but, I mean, I still checked on them and everything, because I don't wish them any harm, of course, and they're all safe. So, yeah, the response that they received is unacceptable. And the fact that the White House correspondent was saying the way you're asking the question is misinformation, that's a misquote. Man, that is a misquote, but that's like kind of what she said. So apparently, the premise behind him asking the question was misinformation. That doesn't even make sense. There's no such thing. Okay? You have every right to ask questions, and you should. But it kind of sounds to me like people banded together and helped each other. I think the government's lying about the numbers. And I'm gonna say, just from what I have seen, it seems like the majority of people in America have stood by the people. Not so much the government. And the ones who are standing by the government are just like super liberal, and they're blind. I'm sorry if any of you are liberal. Like, I was gonna vote for Kamala, hands down. Okay, I was kind of like bouncing between the two candidates because Trump has said a lot of things that I don't like. But there's something weird about this. Okay, geoengineering is real. I thought it was a conspiracy. I didn't know that geoengineering was a real thing. They can, like, do things to the clouds to make it rain and stuff like that. That's no longer a conspiracy, and the fact that regular, everyday people are talking about it, says a lot, guys. So, in, like, one regard, I think America, as far as, like, us people, I think we're gonna be okay, because in this case, we banded together. You know, I haven't been there helping, but, it was the American people that helped, not really so much the government. And being so embarrassed by what they did, they took the second hurricane a lot more seriously. So, I don't know, guys, there's that. Just my rambling. I'm about to go do some couponing. I gotta shop at Meijer this week, and they're expensive, so you gotta freaking coupon. But I am not going to Walmart, because Walmart is remodeling, and I can't figure out where anything is at. I was in there for like an hour looking for freaking stuff. I don't even remember what I bought this morning. And eggs are like $4 a dozen. But you know what? I am lucky to be able to go to the store and buy eggs, because there's a lot of people who can't. So just keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers. I live in the Great Lakes region. You know, are they coming for us too? It's something to think about. Something's going on. Something ain't right. But I gotta be real careful, because I get paranoid, and yeah, that's never good. But I mean, logically speaking, I don't know, guys. Tell me what you think. We're all in this together. Keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers, and I will see you later today. Bye.